Check 1 2, check 1 2. Michael Williams here, White Label Consulting. How y'all doing? Yeah. So I ain't been on this joint since the OBS Masterclass, which is something that I have not done in a while. So I did a tutorial for Small Church Media. Shout out to Josh from Small Church Media, and I had a good time. It's a 2-hour class. You can look it up. We left the class up on the YouTube. So I had a question come in from one of our good friends in Houston, Texas. Shout out to them watching, hopefully later. They asked the question, can you go live on Instagram from OBS? So instead of me just answering the question, I might as well do a tutorial because somebody else is going to ask about it as well. And so I think I'm going to set it up here. I'm going to switch over to my screen real quick. I'm going to show you everything you need to do to go live on Instagram from OBS, right? So the first thing you're going to have to do is when you go into your docs on OBS, let me switch over to tutorial so you can see more of my screen. I got 1,000 scenes here. I thought I had a scene tree built in somewhere. Oh, yeah, I got my scene tree built in over here. So let's go to tutorial page. There we go. So tutorials right there. So what we have here is the OBS screen. So you can see, obviously, right here, this is my Uno overlays that I use a lot. And when I turn those Uno overlays on, they come on when I actually have a overlay set, which I don't have an overlay set right now. That's beside the point. So when you go into your Facebook, actually when you go into your Instagram, there's a few things you want to get ready before you go live. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to go into my docs, and I need to show my vertical scenes, and I also need to show my vertical sources, right? So if I go to vertical and I go to docs, and I want to show my vertical, actually I want to show my vertical plugins as well. So, excuse me, my vertical scenes, sources, right? I need to see those, and those are going to be right here, which are my scenes and my sources. But I also want to see my vertical layout. So when I go to docs, I want to go to vertical. What that's going to do is that's going to pull up, right, my vertical scenes. Now, right here on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that I have a layout that shows a different layout than I have from my horizontal scene, from my portrait and my landscape, so that I actually can scale and set up the Instagram output differently than I do my YouTube output. So right here, I'm going to go with my live scene. So here in my sources, I basically have my lower thirds, I have my branding, I have my ATM. And when you add these sources into your vertical, settings on the right-hand side, they're just going to copy what you already have set up in your actual OBS output, right? So when I go here and just, let's say I add a video capture device, right here on the right-hand side, you'll see that I already have a choice for my ATM. So you don't have to add duplicate sources into your vertical setup. The only thing you probably would recommend doing is when you set up your scenes, probably make those original, only because it's a vertical platform, right? So right now I have a camera, and then I have the logo at the top, which I have, and I also have just some space at the bottom because I know that's where the comment section comes in at. So let me skip to where you can actually get this plugin real quick, and I'm gonna open up a plugin real quick. I'm gonna open up ATEM Vertical, and I'm gonna open up the website where you get atem.tv, right? When you go here, this is where you get your product from. So right here on your products, you have a vertical, and right here is where you have to download the plugin to put into your OBS. So once you download this plugin right here, it will put you in a place to where you can add all these extra docs into your OBS. So as you can see, when I click on docs here, they're all here. Once you install it, you have your vertical scenes, your vertical sources. You can have scene transitions for your vertical. You can also have set it up for vertical YouTube as well. But once again, I have my vertical scenes right here, and I'll move this over just a little bit so you can see. And then I have my vertical sources right here, which is just basically everything I've already set up. And so this is how I want my Instagram to look when I go live, right? So when I'm going to go live, the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Instagram real quick. This is a very short tutorial. So I'm going to go to Instagram. I should be already logged in because I'm already logged in. Usually logged in. What's taking so long? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to click right here on create, and then I'm going to click on live video. Once I click on live video, I have to give it a title, and I'm going to put, what's today? Thursday check-in. Thursday check-in. So you got to name it something, right? And on your audience, you have to put public. You cannot put practice, right? Put public, and I'm going to click next. Now, this is key. What it's going to do is it's going to give me a stream key. It's going to give me a stream URL. I want to copy that URL. I'm going to go back to OBS, and I have the ATEM multi-stream plugin that's already in my OBS. I'm going to click on settings, right? I'm going to click on vertical canvas. I'm going to click add output. I'm going to click other service. They don't have a service in yet built for Instagram. I'm going to put the server in there, right? That's there. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to copy the stream key. I'm going to put the vertical stream key in here, right? I'm going to click on create output. Now, what that does is that gives me a custom output, right? I can name that output whatever I want. So if I go to output settings, I can name this Instagram. It won't have the icon for it, but that's okay. Save output, and I'm going to click OK. Now, I'm already streaming to YouTube, right? The simplest part is once I get this all together, and you'll see I have my Instagrams already set up. I have my camera here. I've got my logos. I've got my background. All I'm going to do is I'm going to push this stream button, which is located to the right of my output. Once I click that, right, it should start. And what I'm going to get here, over here, is I'm going to hit connecting to stream software. Once this connects to stream software, you'll have a button that says go live. And that's all you need to do to go live to Instagram or TikTok. It's going to take a minute, but now I'm actually live on Instagram. And actually what it does is it pulls the stream in first. Once the stream is actually inside of once the stream is already there, so where you can actually see the demo stream, this is where you go live. Now, you can go live here, and I'm going to, let me mute this tab real quick so it doesn't pull up any. So now I'm actually live on Instagram. I'm live on Instagram. I'm also live on YouTube at the same time. And I'm going to go back to OBS to show you what's going on, right? OBS has in my middle of the screen, this is my landscape for YouTube. It's already set. Over here on the right side, I have my vertical set. I go into my settings, I add the stream key, and I add the stream URL from Instagram that they're going to give me. The same thing works for TikTok. If you have the email where you can go live on TikTok, you can do the same thing. The one thing you have to be aware of is that you cannot do this on a raggedy computer. This has to be done on a computer that can handle the resources, because I'm sending out 2 streams at 2,500 kilobits per second over the internet, right, to 2 different platforms. The ATEM multi-stream does not restream one stream. It actually sends out 2 different streams. So as you notice right here, I'm streaming here to YouTube. I'm also streaming to Instagram. When I go over here to Instagram, I'm streaming live, right? And so that's how you go live to Instagram or TikTok, or you can even go vertical live to YouTube if you want. But that's how you set that up. Turn on all of your docs. Make sure all of your scenes and sources are set in, and make sure that you have this scaled so that you can actually display this to your Instagram audience. Now, I have a scene already set in here for split, right? But when you go split on my Instagram, it actually turns it to the right. And what that does, it allows the people who are watching on the Instagram to actually see it, right, how they will watch it on their phone, which looks a little better. Now, I'm going to wait for, so now they can turn their phone portrait, and they can watch me get a little better view of my screen on their phone than they could if I was actually just streaming, portrait wise. And then that way the screen is not as big. I've set this up to where they can actually see what's going on. So if I go back to my my screen here, they actually see a very good size of the screen, the best they can. If I pull up Amazon or something, let me pull up Amazon for whatever reasons I need to pull up Amazon. Let's just say I pull it up and I drop it over here. It's a whole lot more convenient to watch it on a phone than this way than it is to set it up just having a screen. So if you're doing tutorials or doing anything like that, that is a way that you can actually show everything that you have going on. And so that is how I'm going to go back here to live broadcast. That's just a simple way to go live to Instagram. And you can actually go live to Facebook as well. This is Michael Williams. I thank you for watching. This is the short tutorial on how to go live on Instagram from OBS. If you got any questions, shoot it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. God bless. And you have